This is Europe, 10,000 years ago. And let's see how it changed through the ages. 5,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, through the Roman Republic, and through the Middle Age, all the way to the modern times. 19th century, 20th century, and today. But stop, because we need to go back few hundred years in the past, in 16th century. In our last episode, you could see us finding lots of relics under the old fortified town on a hill under the Ottoman siege, some in 1600s. Well, this is a part 2 of that video, with some cool finds and some relics from other period as well. Have fun! This is called a mini ball. It is a musket, but it's called a mini ball by his author, Claude Etienne Mini, a Frenchman who invented it in 1846. It was first used in the Crimean War in Europe and then in Napoleon Wars. It was most used artillery weapon in the American Civil War, and it's calculated that mini ball has made 90% of total wounds in Civil War. By the late 1800s, it was replaced by the modern bullets as we know today. Look at Mrs. Heavy here. She's having a great time, and look at this wonderful nature. I must remind you, this is the 4th minute of our video, and if you're still watching, you gotta love us. And if you love us, you'll subscribe and be notified every time we upload a new video. So, do it! Let's move on. Voila. Zilva. Zilva. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, a piece of a 5-star. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Gentle woman, gentle. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, give me a kiss, woman. Mm-hmm. It was the summer of 1941. German troops had started Operation Barbarossa and they were penetrating very fast inside Soviet countries towards east. A first battle of Kiev, Germans describe it as a major battle of all times. It is the largest encirclement in the history of warfare by number of troops, with more than a million soldiers on both sides. The first line was spread on over 700 kilometers, and on some prime position, there were 2,000 German tanks spread in a line of only 70 kilometers, of course followed by German infantry. You can just imagine the devastation. Fall of Kiev helps Germans to penetrate 750 kilometers into the Soviet Union in just 2 months. Unfortunately, at the end, this is only what it matters. This battle has resulted as one of the biggest loss of people. 130,000 Soviet soldiers killed and almost 500,000 of Soviet soldiers took in captivity, from whom only few of them survived. Only 5% of Soviet soldiers managed to escape the burning Kiev ring and went to Siberia, where the Soviets reorganized and regrouped for liberation actions in next years. Scheiße. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Huh. And dear friends, this is our collection from last 2 days, and also last 2 episodes, but from the same spot. This is just a random screw, but it looked interesting, so I left it here. We asked you for help in the last video for this item because it looks newish, but it's really roughly made, and these two holes are not equal. So it could be old, or I don't know, part of some agriculture stuff, or maybe part of some weapon. Who knows? These two, well, we thought about this too. It could be, it could be a lot of stuff, but technically, just a piece of trash. We also thought that this could be a ring, but nah, it's too rusty. Oh, our two little beauties, crotal bells. This is so nice, but it's not ringing, unfortunately. It's clean, but it's quiet. And this little wrinkled one, so cutish. It looks like a silver, but it's not. This is some kind of a packet for ammunition or something like that. And this is the Red Army pentacle. Obviously, their hammer and sickle missing in the middle, but it's still cute. And this is our collection of cannonballs. Okay, these two are not cannonballs, it's just piece of leads, because it was probably all those were made in that forest on a spot. From bigger to smaller ones, these two are not fired. And we have a lead seal over here, which is very fainted, so we cannot read what it says. And we have mystery object here, which says with number 16 in the middle, it's say Sporting Winterberg. Winterberg is a city which involves a lot of winter sports. So, yeah, is this probably some sport equipment piece, or who knows? They also have a good wine over there, so who knows? And our collection of coins, all Austro-Hungarian kreuzers from 1600s till the late 1800s. Cute one, right? Nice, cool finds.